press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back. The remaining questions regarding S block elements now I would like to discuss. So, question number 21. Yesterday we skipped this question. Question number 21. This is also one of the important question. Which of the following compound has more hydration enthalpy than its lattice enthalpy? So, topic is S block elements. Which of the following compounds has more hydration enthalpy than its lattice enthalpy? So, here size will small, hydration enthalpy is more. So, you should remember, my dear students, size proportional to delta H hydration, inversely proportional. Small in size, more hydration enthalpy. Large in size, less in hydration enthalpy. So, once I observed beryllium, calcium, strontium, barium was given. Beryllium sulfate, calcium sulfate, strontium sulfate, barium sulfate. We know that from beryllium to barium size increases. Beryllium to barium size increases means hydration enthalpy decreases, lattice enthalpy increases. So, which is more lattice? So, barium sulfate is the more lattice enthalpy than hydration enthalpy because of large in size. Clear it is. So, the answer is barium sulfate. And next followed by the question number 50, very important question this is. When excess CO2 is sent into lime water solution, what we will get? Excess CO2 is sent into lime water. Lime water formula we know that actually question number 50 it is CaO. CaO is called as quicklime. CaO is called as quicklime, calcium oxide, and dissolved in water we will get calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. This is step 1. CaO plus H2O gives rise to CaOH taken twice. CaO plus H2O gives rise to CaOH taken twice. This is called as lime water. It is lime water, and this lime water, excess CO2 you have to send in that. So, here CaOH taken twice plus CO2 gives rise to CaCO3. CaCO3 means calcium carbonate we will get, calcium carbonate, and this calcium carbonate again additional excess of CO2 gives rise to CaHCO3 taken twice. CaHCO3 taken twice means calcium bicarbonate. So, in this step we will get water molecule. So, quicklime is dissolved in water, we will get lime water, or it is called as slaked lime. When slaked lime, again you should pass carbon dioxide to this, we will get calcium carbonate plus water. Again excess of CO2, CO2 excess. In this reaction CO2 is excess. CO2 excess means first we will get calcium carbonate. This calcium carbonate further converted into calcium bicarbonate. Calcium bicarbonate formula CaHCO3 taken twice. CaHCO3 taken twice. So, according to that options, fourth option is the right answer for the question. CaCO3 formed will be changed into CaHCO3 taken twice. These are the systematical equations. So, option number 4 is the right for this question. And next. Which of the following sulfates has the highest solubility in water? highest solubility in water. So sulfates, solubility of sulfates decreases down the group. What will be the reason? Means hydration enthalpy is greater than lattice enthalpy. Enthalpy of hydration is greater than enthalpy of lattice. Already we know that small in size, more hydration enthalpy. Large in size, less hydration enthalpy. So sulfates, solubility of sulfates decreases down the group. So already we know this is applied for which elements? Second A group elements. Second A group elements solubility decreases down the group. What will be the reason? Means delta H hydration, enthalpy of hydration is greater than enthalpy of lattice. So solubility order we should write beryllium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium sulfate, strontium sulfate, and last one is barium sulfate. So this is a solubility order. Solubility order, decreasing order, solubility decreasing order. Which is more soluble? Means beryllium sulfate is more soluble. Barium sulfate is least soluble. Due to that delta hydration, hydration enthalpy is more for beryllium sulfate. Clear it is. So the right answer is beryllium sulfate for that question number 52. Next. And question number 56. The compound on heating, the compound on heating gives a colorless gas. The residue is dissolved in water to obtain Y. Excess CO2 is bubbled through aqueous solution of Y, get Z. Z on gentle heating gives back X. The compound X is what? So here the compound X on heating give a colorless gas. So we know that one compound was there, that is calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate on decomposition gives rise to calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. So here what are the systematical equations regarding that? Means decomposition of calcium carbonate gives rise to calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. This is X. It was X. And CaO dissolved in water gives rise to CaOH taken twice. Quicklime, slaked lime, or it is also called as lime water, and CaOH taken twice. Excess of CO2 will get CaCO3, CaHCO3 taken twice. This is said to be calcium bicarbonate. Calcium hydroxide is treated with carbon dioxide, excess of carbon dioxide. Excess of carbon dioxide is addition with slaked lime or lime water, we will get calcium bicarbonate. And calcium bicarbonate CaHCO3 taken twice on heating decomposes gives rise to CaCO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Again we will get the compound is X. So here the compound X on heating gives colorless gas. What is colorless gas? This colorless gas is CO2 gas. This is colorless. Colorless gas was CO2. The residue, oh this is residue. This part is residue. So the residue is dissolved in water. Residue dissolved in water obtained Y. So this portion is called as Y. This is called as Y. And next excess CO2 is bubbled through aqueous solution of Y. This is aqueous solution, addition of water to this aqueous solution. Excess CO2 you have to bubble. We will get the compound is calcium bicarbonate. This is Z. Calcium bicarbonate is Z. And Z on heating, what we will get? Again we will get back X. So these are the systematical steps regarding this. So the right answer for this question is 1. First one is the right option. Calcium carbonate is the right answer for this passage question. And next is The compounds that not produces two gaseous products on decomposition. The compound that not produces two gaseous products on decomposition. Number one was given NaNO3, LiNO3, CaCO3, Na2CO3. So here this was very important question regarding entrance point of view. So that produces two gases. So once you observe Na2CO3 not decomposes, Na2CO3 not decomposes. In that special element was there, that is lithium nitrate. Lithium nitrate on decomposes produce, one is a nitrogen dioxide and the second one is the oxygen. One is a nitrogen dioxide and second one is oxygen. So what will be the equations regarding that? LiNO3 gives rise to Li2O plus NO2 plus O2. 4 LiNO3, 2 Li2O, 4 NO2. 4 to the 12, 2, 4 to the 8, right. So once you observe, this is a very important equation regarding anomalous behavior of lithium. It is a nitrogen dioxide gas and this is a oxygen also gas. Two gases, the compound that produces two gaseous products on decomposition. Decomposition of lithium nitrate, this is lithium monoxide. Lithium forms monoxide and it was reddish brown vapors, nitrogen dioxide, and also addition with reddish brown vapors you will get oxygen, dioxygen we will get. So the answer is for the question number 57, it is lithium nitrate. And next one is #61. This is the conceptual question. Uses of potassium, uses of sodium, conceptual question. So this points was there in NCERT. So K plus ions are essential for metabolism of glucose inside the cell, the synthesis of proteins, activation of certain enzymes, all of the above. So we should read all of the above is the right answer for this question. In a board point of view also they should ask write any two essential, write to any two uses of that potassium plus ions, activation of certain enzymes, the synthesis of proteins and metabolism of glucose inside the cell. So this was a conceptual question. So the option for this question 61 is a last option for the question 61 it is. And next one 65. Which of the following does not give metal oxide on heating? Which of the following does not give metal oxide on heating? So option 1 given, that is MgCO3. MgCO3 decomposition gives rise to MgO plus CO2. This is metal oxide. Next Li2CO3. Li2CO3 on strong heating gives rise to Li2O plus CO2. Lithium monoxide, carbon dioxide. Next K2CO3 was given. K2CO3 on strong heating, it is a no reaction. And last one is ZnCO3 given, it is Zn3O3 on strong heating gives rise to ZnO plus CO2. So except alkali metal carbonates, remaining all carbonates can decompose. Remaining all metal carbonates are decomposed and one decompose they produce the metal oxide. So question, which of the following does not give metal oxide means potassium carbonate does not give metal oxide. Potassium carbonate does not give metal oxide, and one more carbonate also there, that is AgCO3. AgCO3 means silver carbonate. Silver carbonate also decompose, but this compound also not give metal oxide. In this example, we will get only silver. Instead of AgO. We expect generally MgCO3, MgO. Li2CO3, Li2O, ZnCO3, ZnO, CaCO3, CaO, like that we expect. So, but these two are the different examples. Alkali metal carbonates are stable, not decompose at any temperatures, and AgCO3 decompose but cannot form metal oxide. Decomposition of AgCO3 gives rise to Ag only, silver only will get Ag2CO3, it is Ag2CO3. So, we will get only silver only, not silver oxide. That is also one of the point. So from this information, what will be the right answer? Means the third option is the right one, because of third one is an example for alkali metal carbonate not undergoes decomposition. So K2CO3 is the right answer for the question it is. And next, sodium when heated in a current of dry ammonia gives Na plus NH3 gives rise to NaNH2 plus H2. This was a reaction. Na plus NH3 gives rise to NaNH2 plus H2. This compound is called as sodium amide. Sodium amide. When sodium is reacts with ammonia gives rise to sodium amide or sodamide. Sodamide also we said it is sodium amide. So the right answer for this question is third option is the right one for the question number 66. And question number 69. Which of the following on thermal decomposition yields a basic as well as an acidic oxide? This is a very important question. We have to find one is basic oxide, second one is an acidic oxide. One and only example was there, that is CaCO3. CaCO3 is called as a limestone. Limestone on heating will get CaO. CaO is the basic oxide. CaO is the basic oxide plus CO2. CO2 is called as acidic oxide. CaO is a basic oxide and CO2 is a acidic oxide. So right option is second one is right for this question number 69. And question number 71. Which of the following metal nitrate cannot give two gaseous products on heating near to its melting point? Which of the following metal nitrate cannot give two gaseous products on heating near its melting point? On that one there was given lithium nitrate was given, potassium nitrate is given, calcium nitrate is given, magnesium nitrate is given. But once you observe, cannot give two gases. Cannot give two gases means once you go through that option number 3, KNO3. KNO3 is obtained from KOH plus HNO3. KOH plus HNO3 gives rise to KNO3 plus H2O. KOH is a strong base, HNO3 is a strong acid. This compound is called as a salt. The salt potassium nitrate is obtained with respect to the strong acid versus strong base. Strong acid, strong base salts cannot undergo ionization. Clear it is, cannot undergo ionization. If you observe that lithium nitrate was there, then we will get Li2O plus NO2 plus O2 we will get. Calcium nitrate, magnesium nitrate, that examples we can expect nitrogen dioxide as a gas. Nitrogen dioxide as a gas, and some cases we will get oxygen also. But potassium nitrate is obtained with respect to the strong acid versus strong base. Due to that, the correct answer for the question it is KNO3. KNO3 is the right answer for this question number 71. The product obtained on heating LiNO3 will be. The product obtained on heating LiNO3 will be LiNO3 on heating Li2O plus NO2 plus O2. So this was a chemical reaction. Once LiNO3 on heating to gives rise to lithium monoxide. and nitrogen dioxide and oxygen dioxide. So option number 1 is the right answer for the question. Option 1 and option 3 both are similar, but option 3 instead of NO2 there was given NO, nitric oxide was given, but Li2O plus NO2 plus O2 we will get on decomposition of lithium nitrate. So first option is the right answer for the question number 77. Answer 1. Hydrated calcium sulfate when heated at 120 to 130 degrees centigrade loses how many molecules of water? So it is a CaSO4 2H2O. Calcium sulfate, we know this is also called as gypsum. The temperature given 120 to 130 degrees centigrade, then we will get a CaSO4 half H2O plus 3 by 2 H2O. Loss of 3 by 2 water molecules. Loss of 3 by 2 water molecules takes place when the temperature is 120 degrees to 130 degrees centigrade. Total 2 water molecules are there. On the 2 water molecules, 1 water molecule associated with calcium sulfate, that is calcium sulfate monohydrate, we said it is called as POP, plaster of Paris. Later you should heat strongly, this half water molecule also will be lost from this, then we will get only CaSO4. On strongly heating we will get only CaSO4, this is called as a dead burnt gypsum. This is called as dead burnt gypsum. It should be called as POP, plaster of Paris, and this is gypsum. So 120 to 130 degrees centigrade if you are heating, then it loses 3 by 2 water molecules. 3 by 2 water molecules, once you cross check the options, option 1 by 2 water molecule, 1 water molecule, and third option was there 3 by 2 water molecule is the right answer for the question number 82. Next one is question number 86. Glauber's salt is 4 formulas are given. Important, that is you should revise this. Na2SO4 10H2O, Na2SO4, Na2S2O3 5H2O, and CuSO4 5H2O, and last one is Na2B4O7, Na2B4O7 10H2O. So these are the very important formulas. You should revise this formula. So this is called as Glauber salts. It is also called as salt cake. So this is the right answer. This is the right answer for the question. It is also called as salt cake. It is also called as salt cake. And second example, Na2S2O3 5H2O. Na2S2O3 5H2O is called as hypo. It is also called as sodium thiosulfate. Sodium thiosulfate. This is hypo. And CuSO4 5H2O. CuSO4 5H2O is called as blue vitriol. And last one is Na2B4O7 10H2O is called as borax. So revise these 4 formulas are very important for the competitive point of view. So revise this 4: borax, Na2B4O7 10H2O, blue vitriol, copper sulfate pentahydrate, hypo solution, sodium thiosulfate 5H2O, and Glauber salt or salt cake, Na2SO4 10H2O. So according to that, what is our question means? Our question, Glauber salt is what means? That is Na2SO4 10H2O. First option is right for the question. Glauber salts, Na2SO4 and 10H2O. Decahydrate it is. Next, oxide with relatively more percentage in Portland cement. This is very important. Some compositions was there in that Portland cements. Those only the compositions. Silicon dioxide, it is also called as silica. Magnesium oxide is there, aluminum oxide is there, and calcium oxide is there. First, you should give the priority for calcium oxide. In Portland cement, 50 to 60% calcium oxide will be present. 50 to 60%. 20 to 30% is silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide means that is silica. We should say it is silica. 20 to 30% silica will be there. 5 to 10% aluminum will be there. Aluminum oxide. So here, while going to second one, 20 to 30% it was there, and 5 to 10% is Al2O3. 5 to 10% Al2O3. The compositions was there in that NCERT. So majority is calcium oxide. So majority is a calcium oxide is present in Portland cement. So the oxides which relatively more percentage in Portland cement is calcium oxide only. Calcium oxide, the percentage nearly 50 to 60% takes place. So the right answer is fourth option, calcium oxide. Next one. Which of the following compounds does not dissolve in ammonium hydroxide solution? This is very important question. This does not dissolve in ammonium hydroxide. So here ammonium hydroxide is ionic, NH4 plus and OH minus. Polarities. Ammonium hydroxide solvent is an example for polar solvent. This is because of it is NH4 plus and OH minus. Then polar solvents suggested for polar solutes, because we know that polar solutes dissolved in polar solvents, non-polar solutes dissolved in non-polar solvents. Once you go through that option, silver fluoride, silver bromide, silver chloride, silver iodide. Silver iodide is a more covalent character is there. Out of that four examples, fluorides, bromides, chlorides, iodides, actually AgF, AgCl, AgBr, AgI. As the size of the anion increases, Ag plus, I minus as it is, but here F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus. As the size of the anion increases, then covalent character increases. Means here AgI is more covalent character. So the compound AgI is more covalent. So more covalent means it is non-polar. Already what will be the condition here? NH4OH is an example for which it is polar solvent. NH4OH is an example for polar solvent. So polar solvents are suggested for polar solutes. But here out of these four examples, silver iodide is non-polar. Because of it is silver iodide is an example for covalent character. Covalent character is more in silver iodide. Due to this, silver iodide is not dissolved in ammonium hydroxide solution. So this was the reason for the question. It is silver iodide is not dissolved. Why it was not dissolved? Because of it is non-polar. It is a covalent compound. But here the given solvent is polar solvent. Polar solvents plus polar solutes. Non-polar solvents plus non-polar solutes make the solutions. Clear it is. So the last option AgI is the right answer for this question. And next, the hydroxide which is the most soluble in water: barium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, strontium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. So remember, this is very important. Down the group, solubility of hydroxides. Which hydroxides? Second group or increases. Down the group, the solubility of hydroxides in water or increases. So already we know that what will be the order means beryllium hydroxide solubility less than magnesium hydroxide, next calcium hydroxide, next strontium hydroxide, and last one is barium hydroxide. Barium hydroxide is more soluble. Barium hydroxide is more soluble than beryllium hydroxide. So the right answer is barium hydroxide, because of second A group element hydroxides are strong bases compared to first A group elements, that is weak. So, and the solubility down the group is increases. Solubility down the group is increases. So, right option for the question number 99 is first option is right. And next. In cement, Al2O3 composition is already we know that Al2O3 composition. How much composition Al2O3? First composition is majority is calcium oxides. Next target goes to silicon oxides, and next target goes to aluminum oxides. So in cement, Al2O3 composition already we know that 5 to 10%. 5 to 10% composition takes place in cement. So fourth option is the right answer for the question number 1 or 2. Sodium sulfate is soluble in water, whereas barium sulfate is sparingly soluble because the hydration energies are given, lattice energies are given, and the lattice energy has no role to play in solubility also given. So according to that, how to decide the solubilities? So we know that lattice enthalpy inversely proportional to solubility, hydration enthalpy directly proportional to solubility. Lattice enthalpy inversely proportional to solubility, hydration enthalpy directly proportional to solubility. So here size is small in size, more hydration enthalpy, and we know that size is hydration. Size small, more hydration. So sodium sulfate is more soluble in water as barium sulfate, sparingly soluble. Sodium because to first A group element, sodium belongs, and barium is belongs to second A group element. Then we have to find the interrelations. Interrelations means here for this question we have to go through that option number 3. The lattice energy of barium sulfate is more than its hydration energy. Because of compare sodium to barium, sodium small size, barium large in size. Sodium small size, barium is large in size. Size large means hydration enthalpy least, and lattice enthalpy is more. Small size, hydration enthalpy is more, lattice enthalpy least. So according to this information, we should go through the option number 3. The lattice energy of barium sulfate is more than its hydration energy. So that only the right answer for this question. And next, both beryllium and aluminum carbides on hydrolysis forms. This is very important question. Beryllium carbide formula B is 2C. Aluminum carbide formula Al4C3. Hydrolysis of beryllium carbide gives rise to BeOH taken twice plus CH4. Hydrolysis of aluminum carbide gives rise to AlOH taken thrice plus CH4. So both compounds on hydrolysis gives rise to methane gas. This gas is called as methane gas. So it is called as what? Methane. So these are called as methanoids. Beryllium carbide and aluminum carbides are called as methanoids. Why? Because on hydrolysis of these compounds they liberate methane gas. So answer 1 is the right answer for this question. They liberate which gas? It is methane gas. These are not balanced equations, but what will be the products while balancing? We will get here 4AlCl3, 3CH4, and number of hydrogens, 4 is a 12, 3 4 is a 12, 12 12 24 means we'll get 12 H2O. So it was balanced equation. So both beryllium and aluminum carbides on hydrolysis forms methane. On form what it is? Methane. Here we will get 2. Clear? So the right option is first one is the right answer for the question 111. So make a note for these equations. The metal carbonate which decomposes easily on heating. Which decomposes easily on heating. Option 1 Na2CO3, BaCO3, BeCO3, K2CO3. Sodium belongs to first A group, barium belongs to first A group, potassium belongs to first A group, beryllium belongs to second A group. First A group metal carbonates not decompose. First A group metal carbonates are not decompose. So simple answer is beryllium carbonate. Beryllium carbonate only decompose. Sodium, barium, potassium, these all are the stable carbonates. The stable carbonates, these are not decompose easily. Not decompose, not easily, not decompose. So answer is third option is right answer for this question. Which of the following is an alum? Alum K2SO4, Al2SO4 taken thrice, 24H2O. This is the formula of alum. Actually in that option third there was given AlSO4 taken thrice, you make correction, it is Al2. Actually what is the general formula of alum means M2SO4, M2SO4 taken thrice, 24H2O. This is the general formula of alum. This formula is satisfied the option number 3. No option can satisfy this, but option number 3 we make correction Al2. Al2SO4 taken thrice, 24H2O, then that only is said to be alum it is. So third option is right for that with one correction, that is. And RbO2 is RbO2 is already we know that potassium, rubidium, cesium reacts with oxygen, gives right here KO2, RbO2 and CSO2. These are said to be super oxides. If you consider sodium is Na2O2 is peroxide and lithium is Li2O is monoxide. Lithium form monoxide, sodium form peroxide, potassium, rubidium, cesium all are combined with oxygens to give rise to the compound is called as superoxides. These are called as superoxides. In superoxides, oxidation number of oxygen is -1/2. -1/2 oxidation number of oxygen, superoxides, and these all superoxides are example for odd number of electrons. Odd number of electrons, all are paramagnetic substance. All are color compounds. So remember this was very important. Due to the presence of odd number of electrons, due to the presence of unpaired electron or odd number of electrons, all superoxides are paramagnetic substance, all are color compounds, all are said to be superoxides. So according to the options, RbO2 is superoxide and paramagnetic. Third option is right answer for that question. Very important this is. Third one is the right option. When chlorine is passed over dry slaked lime at room temperature, the main reaction product is. This is also related with second year. CaOH taken twice plus Cl2 gives rise to CaOCl2. This is called as bleaching powder. This is called as bleaching powder. Make a note, my dear students, write down this equation. CaOCl2 is called as bleaching powder. So when chlorine is passed over dry cycle at room temperature, the main product, what will the main product mean? The main product, this only bleaching powder. So third option is the right answer for this. So this was the end of this session. Have a nice day. Thank you.